Hello, everybody. It's quite a moment to see the rumors of the last few days turn into a kind of official reports. So, as of today, 26 January 2026, the news of General Zhang is China's top uniformed officer, you can say, being placed under investigation. It's coupled with reports of a failed coup. So it perfectly mirrors the structural earthquake indicated by the 18th January conjunction happened in Capricorn. So how the 18th January 2026 planetary positions, the five planet cluster practically forced this event into a kind of reality. See, we already discussed there is going to be a kind of military coup. It's similar to this by this 18 January 2026 conjunction. We predicted it, right? You can check the previous videos. So mainly it's because the Lagna, the China, the country's horoscope, the Lagna is Capricorn. So China as Capricorn rising, the Capricorn ascendant in mundane Vedic astrology is predicting the world's event. So the People's Republic of China is widely, the horoscope of Republic of China is basically analyzed always by using the Capricorn rising, the Makara Lagna we say. So the first house, that is the first house focus here. See, on January 18th, the cluster of the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus and Mars happened exactly in China's first house, the house of the self or head of the state. That is representing the head of the state. So, when five planets war in the first house, the nation undergoes a kind of physical reset. It's like a massive surgery on the government's own body. So the identity of who is in charge must be, kind of redefined, we would say. Here, it's a kind of two kings conflict because it's involving Sun and exalted Mars. Of course, Mars represents a military general. Here is what happened exactly. And China is Capricorn's rising. So the most critical part of this prediction was the state of Mars. So Mars exalted on 18 January. Mars was a bit comfortable. It's very much comfortable. So kind of you can say even exalted, even though it's not completely exalted. So Mars represents the military general. This means the military was at its maximum physical power and confidence. And the Sun, of course, represents the supreme leader, the king. Here the president Xi Jinping. So the clash, having an exalted Mars and the Sun in the same sign, that is the first house, is a classic signature for a power struggle. The general, that is the Mars, feels strong enough to challenge the king, that is the Sun. The coup news is the literal manifestation of this Mars energy attempting to override the Sun's authority. Even the Uttarashadha Nakshatra, the uncontested victory, the conjunction occurred in Uttarashadha Nakshatra, which is ruled by the Sun and the Vishwadevas. So the outcome here, if you analyze, as I mentioned previously in my previous videos, Uttarashadha represents the later victory. So while Mars, the military general, had the exalted strength to start a coup, the Sun, Xi Jinping, is the ruler of this nakshatra, right? So basically, in a fight between the king and the military general in the king's own nakshatra, right? So the king wins, but only after a purge. So the news of Zhang removal is the Sun, that is the Xi Jinping, reasserting uncontested victory by removing the challenger, that is the Mars, the military general. And what is happening to Mercury and Venus in this whole conjunction, right? They are under combustion. Is a death of diplomacy, I would say. So on 18th January, both Mercury, that is the communication, and Venus, the agreements or the diplomacy, were combusted, that is, those were burnt by the sun. So the practical result, if you observe, see, this clearly told us that there would be no talking it out, no secret deals, no diplomatic exits. It had to be a zero-sum game. Either the coup succeeds or the participants are purged entirely. So what this means for the next 30 days or the next upcoming 2 months, the coup isn't the end. It is the trigger, basically. So with 5 of the 7 members of China's Central Military Commission now purged or under investigation, so there is a massive leadership vacuum. And the February heat, I will make another video, of course, very detailed video. What can be the the future events, because Aquarius is the ascendant of some of the potent countries, and we have to analyze it more and much more carefully. And of course, we analyzed it to some extent in our previous videos, that is 17th February solar eclipse and 23rd February Mars Rahu conjunction, which has the potential to begin a very big war worldwide. Thanks for watching this video.